WWE fans, this is Brandon Ingram here with your 13th Ingram Wrestling News video today. So I got news on WWE considering cooking show and more for Performance Center tapings. Now, this was originally going to be my last Ingram Wrestling News for today, but I decided to do two more Ingram Wrestling News videos today after this one. I decided to do two special Ingram Wrestling News videos for you all. One of them is going to be news on a new WWE signing reveal. And I will reveal to you the other one on my next Ingram Wrestling News video. So anyways, I got news on WWE considering cooking show and more for Performance Center taping. So my sources, Ringside News, they put this out 4 hours ago. And it reads that WWE is moving to the Amway Center, and Michael Cole teased some very interesting developments on commentary during Friday Night SmackDown. So virtual fans are soon going to be a thing within the WWE universe, and it could provide fans with a new kind of interaction. So then it says here that former WWE creative team member Chris Del Joseph recently spoke to Wade Keller at Pro Wrestling Torch. He revealed some very interesting specifics about all the ideas that WWE was battling around at one time or another. Del Joseph stated that WWE of everything from cooking shows to zooming everyone in from house webcam, they compelled a long list of possibilities prior to landing on what they eventually went with. So this is what Del Joseph said, and I quote, "We don't even know if we would be able to have wrestlers wrestle each other. Are we going to do cooking segments? They asked all of us to run down a list of outside of the box ideas of things that we could do. It was a huge compelled list. It was everything from have a big fight in the office to a cooking segment if we have to. Do we have everything or everyone on Zoom from home?" So there were so many ideas because nobody knew what we were going to be able to do. So this is what Del Joseph said. So now WWE thought about using fans on a screen much like NASCAR, but this was shot down. They toyed with the idea, and this was like what those WWE fan council surveys were all about. So I'm gonna put the link in the description below so you all can have a look at this news. Anyways, they were throwing everything they could against the wall, including the idea of having animated fans watching the action in the ring. They were trying to get any ideas they could, as the pandemic caused them to change up everything. So there was a lot of discussion about getting fans on screen watching the show and reacting. It started with SmackDown, and Fox had just tried it with a NASCAR race, and they didn't feel it was worth doing after going through all the trouble. They didn't think the payoff really affected the show at all that much. And you really can't control what the audience reaction is. Also, eventually, those shows they started doing and advanced, and it kind of became impossible to do something like that. There were also sorts of ideas like live Twitter reactions Everything was thrown against the wall. There was talk of anime fans. Nobody really knows what they were doing here because it's a whole new world. You're watching other shows and seeing how they're handling it. There was an idea. They've thrown an idea out there to have legends come on and do tape segments with them to add some newness to the show. So it says we didn't know if the wrestlers would even be allowed to wrestle. I think this is also what Christopher Dow Joseph said too. Yeah, this is what Chris Dow Joseph said. This is also what all he said as well. So WWE is starting a new chapter for the company as they move to the Amway Center. A lot of possibilities await, but we have to see how many ideas actually become a reality. It is a shame because they could have at least given Renee Young her own cooking segment. Oh my God. What a fucking shame. That's messed up. She's been putting for a cooking show for years. From the way it sounds, WWE had a ton of ideas for the Performance Center that they never got around to trying out at all. So folks, this is going to do it. Be sure you hit that like, subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications. My next video is I'm going to have news on WWE signing revealed. That's going to be next. A new WWE signing revealed is coming up next right now on my YouTube channel.